My name is CK Chai.
Great to meet you, CK. I'm Gabriel Wilson-Otto, a director in Fidelity International's Sustainable Investing team. I'm really looking forward to our discussion today.
We will have a great conversation. Gabriel, what are some of the major ESG trends that you see globally?
So we've seen over the last few years huge amounts of market share being taken by ESG assets, and also accompanied by rapid growth in regulation and data licensing and other sorts of issues that in order to facilitate and standardize that growth.
Absolutely.
How about you, CK? What are some of the key trends that you're seeing in both Hong Kong and mainland China on the ESG front?
So China has announced they will reach peak carbon by 2030 and carbon neutrality by 2060. Hong Kong has done the same thing too. So I think Hong Kong is actually going to do it by 2050. So these are all huge undertakings. Trillions of dollars are needed, but all levels of society and economy need to participate. So investment no longer just have return objectives, they also need to have impact objectives. Another trend that we are seeing is carbon trading. Hong Kong has the opportunity to become the leading carbon trading hub, connecting global investors with China carbon market.
In your view, what do you think are some of the key strengths that Hong Kong has as both a green and sustainable finance hub?
Hong Kong is the gateway between China and the rest of the world. It also is a global financial center. We have the legal system, regulatory framework, and market practices global investors are familiar with. Green finance is an area gaining a lot of traction here. A very good example here in Hong Kong is the Hong Kong Green Bond Program. In the last 5 years, that program has issued more than $7 billion of green bonds. And also last month, we saw the largest retail tranche of green bond issuance in Hong Kong. We also know that HKMA has a very good program that subsidizes the first issuance of green bonds for corporate to enhance the vibrancy of the market. So how can Hong Kong further enhance itself as a green finance center?
From my perspective, the change in the approach and commitment to sustainability is really highlighted by the ambition within the FSDC's papers that came out in 2016, 2018 and 2020, really calling for stronger action from the government and other industry participants. And I think that a really important moment here was the formation of the cross-agency steering group, which is co-chaired by HKMA and the SFC. And for me, that really acts as a foundation to help provide the consistency and to set a roadmap for development around key areas such as market regulation, development, and also carbon markets. Within that, some of the key changes and positive shifts over the last 5 or 10 years in the market have been a shift from HK Exchange around corporate governance, around disclosure, and also around the ambition towards introducing mandatory climate reporting and TCFD reporting. There's a huge amount of positive work that's happened in Hong Kong, but as you highlight, there's always room for improvement. And from my perspective, I think 2 key gaps that remain in the market really come down to talent or capability and also data. And on the talent side, there isn't a huge pool of sustainable finance professionals that can be drawn on. I also see data gaps and data consistency as global challenges that the industry faces.
So how does Fidelity think about ESG and what kind of challenges you see there?
For us at Fidelity International, when we're looking at our investments, we really care about the impact that environment and society is going to have on those investments. So as a long-term investor, we have to be forward-looking about how risks and opportunities are going to evolve over a 5-10 year time horizon. So we believe that fundamental research and fundamental integration of insights can lead to a better information environment to make better investment decisions. So it really goes hand in hand. If you could wish for one thing to enhance sustainable development globally, what would that be?
I really want to see Hong Kong to become a powerhouse in carbon trading. It has the opportunity to connect global investors with the huge Chinese carbon market. Not only is it good business for Hong Kong, it will also have enormous impact on the environment globally.
Thanks a lot, CK. It was great to learn more about some of the initiatives that Hong Kong's been doing on the green bond side.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. I learned a lot today.
Cheers.
Cheers.